You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. I know I did. Today, we're going to dig into some year-end thoughts about planning. Not a tactical list, something you would hear maybe around the internet, but more wisdom, more of framing for how you may approach 2026. That's today's show.
I need a boost. I need a daily boost. I need a boost. I need a daily boost.
It is the Daily Boost. How you doing? Hey, Scott Smith, standing up, taking a step, and repeating. Why? Because, well, we all had turkey. We've been eating the whole entire weekend, right? Now there is. So I'm good to have you here today. Thanks for stopping by. We had a great Thanksgiving. We are so blessed. The entire family was here. My son lives in Portland, Oregon, so he couldn't make the trip this year, but everybody else is local, and they were here. 15 people. Youngest was 4.5 months, beautiful boy, Evan. And the oldest was a beautiful man, and that was me. How did I get there? How did I go from the kids' table to the elder at the table? The guy cutting the turkey and the guy saying the prayer and the guy, well, passing out the wine. There are some benefits of getting old. Tick tock, something you want, get on it now. The clock is ticking, okay? All right, before I get going today, let's call this some motivational tough love, if you will. But we'll do it nice, upbeat and positive, but real, okay? Here's the truth. No matter what you want in your life or your business, it is all about solving problems. The bigger your dreams, and I hope you have big dreams. I do. The bigger your dreams, the bigger your problems. If you want what nobody else has in this world, you're going to have to solve problems nobody else will. Is it fair? I think so. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't feel fair. It feels hard. Why do I have to do that? Well, it's just, you're not going with the herd. You're going kind of against the herd. So it's going to be hard to do. And that's okay. So a couple of things to make this work better for you as you decide to go after those big dreams is, I have learned you need to decide what you want. Very specifically, what are you trying to go after? A lot of people don't do that. They just kind of wander around. Make that decision and specifically know what you're going after. Anything less is what ordinary people do. And if you're like me, you look around and you say, I'm not ordinary. I'm special. You say the same thing, right? If you feel that way, you got to do things ordinary people don't do. And what ordinary people don't do is make a hardcore decision and be very specific. They want to keep their options open. Don't do that. Pick a path. The other thing is, a lot of people will not pay the price for success. They want it easy. And there is no success that is absolutely easy. You've got to put some short-term pain in to get that long-term gain. Is it fair? Yeah, it's how you separate the herd, I guess. The future value of your life and your business depends on the current value of your effort. So when you're doing things today to move yourself toward that specific thing you decided to do, make sure you're doing very high value activities. Don't do the stuff we all do, kill time, just, let me clean my hard drive out. You don't need to do that. I've learned also over time that owning your goals is something very few people do. Most people run around trying to figure out how to do goals. They ask ChatGPT about their goals. Don't do that. You know what's in your heart. You know what you want. You might be afraid to say it. You don't need to ask anybody's permission. You just write it down and say, that's what I'm going to do. That easy. It's hard sometimes because we have choices. I think in my business, the hardest part about my business is just deciding what to do, what that goal is going to be. I'll think on something for 3 years before I finally say, that's it, let's go. Sometimes that's a process. Other times it's not. In any case, when you own it, you'll put your head down, you'll get to work, you'll make it come true. And once you own it, I don't think I can stop you. I've seen it 1,000 times. Once somebody clicks, that trick is a click. Just make sure it's yours, not somebody else's. I can't tell you how many people I talk to. The very first thing they say to me, well, when I was in college, I had this goal. Well, it's been 20 years and you haven't done it yet? Where'd you get that goal from? Well, my teacher said I'd be good at it. Or my mom and dad said I should do this. It's, well, is it yours? Do you own it? No. Own your goals. One last thing on this topic. If you've made the decision and you know what you're going to be doing, don't accept your excuses. And certainly don't accept other people's excuses, but don't accept yours. You are the boss of you, and it's a problem. Because since we're the boss of us ourselves, we don't have to listen to ourselves, do we? So write that down. That would be a Post-it note for me. It used to be. It's not anymore. It's kind of part of my life now. Don't accept my own excuses. Just get on with it. So eventually, you got to get some stuff done, right? What do you do when it's time to get to work? I have learned over time to start early. I get up at 5:45, largely because my wife gets up at 5:45. I never thought I would. I've talked about that before. But what I've learned to do now is do the important things before the day begins, before the emails come in, before the phone rings, before I just get busy, before I just decide to take a nap. And I don't take many naps, but occasionally I do. Get up early, after all. Start your day early. If you don't want to, that's fine. If your early is 10 a.m., I'm okay with that. But just remember, do the first thing first in the morning, the most important thing you want to get done. I also like to set a focus and a starting point. When I decide which direction I'm heading, I like to pick that first task, finish it, and then move on to the next. No multitasking. First one, finish it, move on. Systematically going through the process. That's it. Keep going till you get what you want. Keep going till it's done. That's how you do it. So sometimes when you're heading off in a direction like we talked about wisdom to wealthy, sometimes that's really overwhelming. Why? Because it seems like everybody is so far ahead of you. Give it a couple of months and they won't be. How do we do it? Pick a task, finish it, move on.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
You hear me talk about holding space. I've talked about my Perfect Week Planner forever, and a good time of year to go get that, by the way, perfectweekplanner.com. It is all about holding space that is essential for you. And a lot of people don't understand. When I say you're holding space for you, I'm literally saying 24/7. Every single hour on the calendar is yours. Even if you work for somebody else, it's your hour. You decide what to do with it. Here's a promise. If you think that's impossible, if you think I work for somebody for 10 hours a day. I'm always working. I can't hold that space for myself. You'd be so surprised when you actually start determining what you use your time for, how people just get in line and let you do it. Hold your space. I do deep work as well. I love deep work. I do about 2 hours a day. That's always my minimum goal. I do it 5 days a week. Sometimes I get up on Saturday morning and even a Sunday morning if my brain is running. 2 hours uninterrupted, going very, very deep. It will change your life. I am absolutely convinced. The biggest reason most people do not get what they want is they don't take the time to sit down and go deep inside their brain and develop whatever the idea is into what it's going to be. A couple hours a day. The other thing that I could be a little controversial on this is about networking and joint ventures and collaborations and partnerships. I'm not a big believer in them. I'm a big believer in the right ones, yes. You need some. You need the right who's for sure, but not many. And the reason I don't believe in doing it is because lots of times people just show up in a room to meet people hoping they will catch the right one. And the reality is everybody's in the room trying to find you, trying to get you to do something and try to sell you something. And so I'm very, very particular about the rooms I get in and who I talk to, because I understand that pretty much one person can change my life. I'm not going to go meet 500 people to get that one. I'm going to be smarter than that. I might ask some friends for introductions and things like that. So don't get caught up in that. Just put your head down and get to work, okay? And don't get caught up in learning either. If you stumble and you have to go learn a little bit, well, go learn, go get your answer, come right back to it, get back to work. Just do it again if that's the case. But don't get caught up in learning. It's so easy these days. So easy to get caught up. There's so much information. There's so much user feedback on the different programs we have on the computers these days, the applications. It's easy to get caught up in that learning. And learning is fun. It feels really good. But learning feels like you're doing, but you're not. You're not getting stuff done. So learn what you need to learn, then go do something with it. I've also learned that never-ending massive imperfect action is the key. I've learned that people that really want something in life make a big mess. I make a terrible mess. My wife, when my daughter was working for me, anybody who works for me these days, part of their job is cleaning up after me. I take massive imperfect action. Why? Because we know massive action works. We know that's the key. However, if you're holding back because you can't get it right, you never get going. So that's why you put the word imperfect in the middle of it. Who cares? Go make a mess. You can clean it up later on, or somebody can clean it up for you. Just go do it, right? So some mindset shifts along the way. Even though it feels a little superficial, doesn't it? Just on the top here, but man, this stuff goes deep. This will drive everything else in your life. If you're interested in Wisdom to Wealthy, go to wisdomtowealthy.com. Get on the simple list. I'll tell you more about it later on, how the entire program works, and you can decide if you want to be part of it. In the meantime, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow on the Daily Boost.